And you think about, I've told this story before, but I think about this precious, beautiful young woman. She was a virgin through high school. She had a great mother and daddy. She loved God. She went to church and she kept herself pure and clean. She didn't date much in high school, although she was a beautiful young girl. She said, I'm going to keep myself clean and pure for my husband. She had the right idea. And then she goes to one of our schools of higher learning where God is not there. And there's a lot of them out there. They say they're Christian schools. But you can't hardly find a Christian school today that has much of God in it. You know that? There's just as much sin. I'll have to say that one of the biggest schools that we got when I was in the Baptist Baylor, they're getting to be as far from God as any school I know. You can go down there and see parties where they have alcohol and everything else on campus. Let me tell you, that's not God. You can go to any of the schools, and you can go to the schools of higher learning. What are they doing? They're running up and down the halls. They're using the Lord's name in vain. They're drinking. They're smoking. They're sleeping around. They're doing everything. It don't matter where it is. It's happening. That's not God. That does not line up with this book. So it's not God. I don't care what school you go to. This young lady, she went to one of those schools. She went off to get her an education. Her first year there, she met a star quarterback on the football team. He went with all the girls he wanted to go with. Every girl was waiting for him to ask them to go somewhere. All of them loved him. He was handsome. And he was a star quarterback on the football team. He was somebody. And he found her, and he wanted her to go with him. And she says, no. Finally, he kept working with her till he finally enticed her to go out with him on a date. And after a few dates, he wanted to have sex with her. And she said, no, I don't do those kind of things. I'm a virgin. And so he really pursued her. He was trying to conquer that young lady. And finally one day he told her, said, I love you and I want to marry you. He said, but if you love me, you'll let me have sex with you before I marry you. And he finally enticed her, and she yielded. And what he didn't know, or she didn't know, he had AIDS because he had slept with another girl, several other girls that had had some kind of disease. But he had AIDS, and it manifests in her body very quickly. And within 1 year, she was dead. One time sex with one boy, and it killed her. A shame, isn't it? God says, how much sex did he say you can have before you get married? None. He didn't stutter when he said that either. Now I want you to turn to 1 Peter. Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord,